New tonight out of Houston, Texas, the suspect who shot and killed a 17-year-old while driving home from a Houston Astros game, turning himself in today. Fox 26's Domely Keith spoke with the shooter and joins us now with details. Domely, what's the latest?
Hey there, Daytona. Yeah, before Gerald Williams spoke with me, he was also interviewed by Houston police investigators several times to tell his story. And what he says happened that night last month did not clear him in the minds of detectives. He was charged with murder last Wednesday, and just a few hours ago, he turned himself in here at Houston Police Headquarters. Just before Gerald Williams arrived here at Houston Police Department headquarters, where a swarm of officers and even the police chief himself were waiting, I spoke with Williams, who says,
that night there, I was at a party.
According to the 34-year-old, on July 6th, after the Castro family left the Astros game and someone with road rage opened fire into their pickup truck, killing 17-year-old David, Williams says he was nowhere near there.
I have multiple witnesses, multiple people saying where I was, and I couldn't be at two places at two times.
It's the same story Williams told police, but HPD investigators say cell phone records put him exactly where the shooting happened. And according to the police report, Williams went to a friend's apartment near the murder around midnight that night. The report goes on to say Williams later told that friend he messed up after someone hit his car and gave him the finger. That information about the vehicles possibly hitting had never been previously released publicly.
Whatever happened before then, it didn't justify him shooting into a vehicle and killing an innocent.
I understand that there were a great number of tips that came in, and that came in because y'all were touched by this story and you could see your own children in my son. And so I thank you for doing that.
Investigators say it was those tips that led them to Williams. Remember the video of the white Buick caught on camera the night of the murder? Police say Williams bought the Buick on OfferUp back in May, and they say the car was found burned near Williams' Southeast Houston home 2 weeks after the shooting.
The only word that comes to mind is unimaginable. There are no words in the English language, nor should there be, to describe the pain that we're going through right now.
And it's painful for his family to have to go through this, but it's painful for this family also because they believe that he's innocent, that he did not commit this crime.
Community activist Quanell X was with Williams as he turned himself in, and so were Williams' parents, who watched as he was taken away in handcuffs.
Prayers were answered today. Our family's been praying for the safe arrest of the suspect. Ask for continued prayers for our family, especially David's mom, his brother and sister, and his grandparents, who are really hurting right now.
Now, Gerald Williams' criminal history includes a 2008 charge of aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon. And Daytona, Gerald Williams' parents say just because it may have been his car used in the crime, that doesn't mean it was their son who committed it.
Well, obviously, the evidence really stacked against Williams right now. Are police still bringing in other people of interest? Is there anything else going on in the investigation?
Well, Houston police say that they have received several tips from Gerald Williams' friends, and they say they believe they have the right person in custody. Daytona?
And last question for you, Domely. I know that was probably a quick interview for you, but did he show any remorse for what happened to David on that day?
You know, he did show remorse for what happened. Of course, he said he's not the person who committed that crime, and he told me that he would never commit a crime like that he would never do something like that, is what Gerald Williams said. Again, Houston police investigators say they believe they have the right person in custody.